There are words that sound wonderful in theory. Words like rest or healing. I used to imagine that if I made space for them, they would arrive all at once and I would feel noticeably steadier again. But I've been noticing how quietly that can take shape. My days in Birch Bay arrived as a timely gift during a season when I was overwhelmed and overstimulated. It came through an invitation to visit dear friends who had recently settled here for a time of connection and rest. I couldn't have imagined a more fitting place to hold all I was carrying. Late November into early December isn't the time I would normally choose to visit the Pacific Northwest. But given how fragile my nervous system felt then, catching those last whispers of autumn, the lingering leaves, gray skies, and rainy days became a kind of cocoon. A soft, dimmed world that invited me to slow down for a time, making room for my heart to show up. Because it is such a beautiful evening, I think I'm just going to take a walk down to the water before I get in the shower. Solitude can feel unsettling sometimes. In my early days here, the quiet didn't come easily. Even as my days began to slow, I noticed how much resistance I still felt, even though nothing was being asked of me. But slowly, in the gray stillness of this place, I felt my shoulders begin to relax. Slower mornings and even something as ordinary as getting to wear cozy, warm clothes again felt comforting. Inside that warmth, I could release the pressure to feel any particular way, or to be anything other than what I was for a while. Right atop that tree is a bald eagle. Out on the deck in the misty air, I found a way to sit with myself and to notice the life around me. The call of the eagles and the rugged beauty of the forested shoreline began to pull me gently outward. Well, it has been a cold, damp, just all day, drizzly kind of day. And it was the kind of damp that just gets into your bones and chills you. So I am really eager for a comforting homemade chicken soup. I don't get out to green spaces like this as much as I'd like. But beneath the forest's damp canopy, something familiar in me began to wake. Here, the forest met me slowly. Winter has a spareness to it I didn't know how much I needed. kind of starkness that came as a relief. Where this beach would be populated and noisy in the summer months, I felt as if I had it all to myself now. The solitude didn't feel like loneliness. It felt like coming home. Out here, all that was required of me was presence. Walking along this shoreline, I felt more like myself than I had in a while. Calm, present, clear. It's December 1st, hence the sweatshirt and that kind of morning, hence the eye gels. So before I start my day, I think I want to do a little tidy up around here. I've been here about a week at this point, so I think I need a vacuum, and I need to get some groceries in. And after that, I plan to visit with a friend for a little bit and hopefully get a good chilly walk in, and then we'll see. But I think I just want to have a quiet, relaxing evening here at the Airbnb, and that feels like a really nice way to start the 1st of December. Well, I haven't had a ton of focus for reading lately, which is really sad, but I have been dipping in and out of the Phantom of the Opera, and I've made it to page 88, which is kind of miraculous given my very limited attention span lately. Kind of having some trouble getting into this one, but that's just probably because I just haven't had blocks of time to get into the story. So tonight will be my first opportunity I've had in a long time to hopefully just settle down in my spirit and become immersed in a good story. Nothing in my life was resolved, but I realized I didn't come here to be fixed, only to be held. As my time neared its end, I wasn't fully recovered, but I was quieter. I wasn't searching for completion anymore. Healing, for me, wasn't something I could force. I could only make space for it. And for now, that felt like enough.